Welcome back, welcome back. As promised, we're heading over to Smithville Dam. So today we're going to do some scouting. Chevy's already over here. We have fuel over here. We have a couple things of fuel over here. We might grab one more. It is a scout mission that we'll probably try and do. But I kind of have an idea of how we're going to scout this map. We'll kind of lay it out. I'm going to head up to the garage here. Top off on fuel. And we'll go from there. But it was it's a little bit demoralizing tipping this thing the last time. So we're going to maybe look into getting a scout vehicle before we're done with Michigan. I don't think it's not going to be in this episode. We're not going to be making a lot of money in this episode, but we'll be getting upgrades, which in turn does sort of equate to some money because we can put the upgrades in the vehicles and then sell the stock components and get a little bit of money out of that. Have a couple of engine upgrades, one for this vehicle, one for the Chevy that we're going to want to try and get. Well, actually two for the Chevy that we're going to want to try and get. If I have time, we're going to try and do 2 maps. I'm going to try and speed through this a little bit. But we're going to see how far we get. Let's turn this engine off. So this is our Kodiak that we rescued. And we put the fuel tanker add-on on it and filled it up from the very large mission trailer in Black River. So we should be good to go. All right, so let's... Oh, shoot, I just filled it up from the Chevy. Okay, let's fix that. Fill from fuel tank. All right. Then I don't know... Let me take a look at my... This is the only bummer part about this, is sometimes you have to do like a double fill. Does this add on? Ah, the roof rack is full. Okay, perfect. All right, so what we're gonna do, there's a scout tower down here. There's a couple of missions that we can get that are this way. There's a upgrade this way. There is, let me pull up map runner here. All right, so scout tower out this way. Couple of things this way that we're going to want to get. Let me see. Oh, this is actually where, right around here, where I'm circling the little pointer, there's the diff lock for the GMC actually is on this map. That's where it is. Couldn't remember where it was. Down here is actually a gateway to another zone. Also sort of over to the edge of the map this way. Another watchtower this way, another watchtower, a couple watchtowers this way, a couple more upgrades this way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the scout to the left here. So I'm going to kind of reserve the right side of the map because this is sort of a lot of rivers and deep water. So we're going to use the Chevy in this area because it's got the snorkel. Just to be safe, we don't want to be stuck in deep water and have issues. This way, we're going to take the scout, do this stuff. There's actually an upgrade right up here that I want to go get right away. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hop in, we're going to just jump into it. And, what time is it? I didn't even look. It is late evening. We did grab one quest when we were here the last time. But that's the other thing that we're going to want to do is try and grab some of these quests that are along the way. Here's our GMC. Hello, GMC. Been a while. He's going to get his diff lock upgrade today, which helps it move along. And then we can, now that we're level 8, we can also actually put off-road tires on our full-size trucks as well, on our heavies. So if we wanted to, we could do some upgrades to those, but again, we're not going to be using those for a little while. There's really no more bridges that we need to get to everywhere. We can use scout vehicles to get to everything we need to get to. So that's the plan. We're going to have some fun scouting. Hopefully not tip over today. I really don't want to be bringing both scout vehicles to, you know, both to the left, both to the right, unless we absolutely have to, but I mean, we do have the vehicle, so. We actually find a spare Chevy on this map as well. It's kind of broken and beat up, but we can kind of help it back to the garage, and then we can either keep it or we could sell it for some money as well. And I think we might sell it. Because we don't need 3 scout vehicles, we need a better scout vehicle is what we really need. So yeah, definitely putting the Snowrunner gearbox in this thing helps its power for getting up hills and whatnot. Until we get its engine upgrade, which is on the next map. This engine upgrade that we're about to get is going to be the one we're going to use in the Chevy, which is why I didn't want to take the Chevy first. We'll get this, and then we'll throw it in the Chevy. All right, there we go. This one also works in this vehicle, but it doesn't really upgrade the power at all. So, oh shoot, we are already... Man. Okay, well, now that I'm demoralized, we got the upgrade we needed. I think this guy's gonna stay here for a little bit. It looks like we're gonna be doing some scouting with the Chevy today. Let's go throw that upgrade in it. Man, that thing needs to go. I'm now understanding why people are not using it. When we're in the garage here, we're gonna take a look at what I'd like to buy. So let's first of all, let's give our engine upgrade in here right away. So we're finally gonna use this thing, but we're gonna use this upgrade instead. So you can see where it changes it from a C+ to a B-. This one would bring it all the way to a B+, but you lose a bunch of fuel economy if you put this one in. And then same thing with this one. It goes up a half a tick to a B, but again, you lose fuel economy. So this engine is the one we're going to put in the Scout if we even decide. I don't know. Maybe we won't use the Scout at all. I'm kind of tired of it. I'm kind of already tired of it. So yeah, I think I'm still not going to sell that engine just yet, just in case I want to use it in something. We already have the Snowrunner transmission. We have all the upgrades that we can put on this thing. I'm almost tempted to put the Scout winch in this thing, because now if we tip this thing, we do not have a spare vehicle. I mean, we could use 2 Chevys. That is an option. We could sell the Scout and then just yeah, we might do that. All right, so let's head out. Let's just go the other way. Let's go this way. All right, let me make sure. Have everything turned on where I want it. Yes. Turn the game volume up just a notch, so I'm hoping it's not too loud. But I felt like it could have been a little bit louder in previous episodes, so. Alright, so let's go down this way and get this watchtower. Let's see. Where do I need to go? Yeah, just straight down to here, and then we're going to make a right. Oop. This is where I'm going to be using Map Runner a little bit more. Again, I'm familiar with these maps as well, but just to kind of remember where things are. And yeah, part of the game is discovery, figuring things out for yourself, but I definitely like using the tools that are available to you. You can use whatever you want. like I said, if you want to use a mod vehicle, I use a couple of mod vehicles on my main save. And there's a couple of very powerful scouts out there that you can get that are mods. And I've used them in the past for very difficult maps. These ones not being them. Like, if you use it on this map, it's really boring. It makes it, you can basically do the entire map with, you know, that scout, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's not cheating, but it's just, it makes it boring. You know, sometimes tipping a vehicle over is necessary to have a little bit of fun. It's a little bit demoralizing when you do it on a vehicle that is in hard mode. All right, so we got this watchtower open. Now we can see where we're going. So yeah, this is one of the fuel trailers, actually. It's a scout trailer, but I got to go get the mission first, and I haven't gotten that mission yet. So let's go get that mission, and we're gonna actually go that way as well. All right, so we want to. I'm just gonna plot a bit of a course this way. We got to go down here. This is kind of a sketchy path. There's an upgrade down here that we want for this truck as well. It's finally the locking differential for this truck. Yeah, what I might do, and this is a possibility, we'll have like a main Chevy and then our backup Chevy. That could be a possibility. Could do it that way. I'll have to look at tire sizes. I might be able to steal the 35s off of the, because I did buy the tire upgrade for the Scout. But if these trucks can use 35s, I am in some deep mud. Maybe what I'll do is I'll buy the highway tires back before we sell the Scout, and then we can put those 35s on our backup Chevy. That could work. And we have two vehicles with, the only thing is you don't have a lot of range on this truck. That's the only sucky part. We'll have to do some towing of a fuel trailer around, which is okay. This thing can do it. It's a little bit annoying, but it can definitely tow a fuel trailer a lot easier than it can tow a regular Scout trailer. Oh, that's right. There's a big, deep part here. You have to skip that. We are not going to make it through that. But, I mean, Scout vehicles can just cut through. Okay. Which way do I want to go here? Probably left. Left looks... as long as I don't tip. And again, I have to remind myself to slow down. We tipped over in the Scout because it's a tippy vehicle, but we also tipped over because we were kind of making an awkward fast turn, and it was definitely my fault. Could have played better. So yeah, we'll end up rescuing that probably with our backup Chevy. We'll send our backup Chevy on its first mission. We have enough money to throw a few upgrades into it. It doesn't really need much to get up that hill. And then we'll take them both back to the garage, probably. Okay, so we are now on the road. This is the gas station here, and we'll just pop in here real quick to show you how expensive it is. So it is different prices per map, per gas station as well. But this, I believe, yeah, $8 a gallon. So this is definitely one that you don't want to be filling up here, preferably. Okay. So we're gonna have to make this fuel work as well. It's gonna add to the challenge a little bit, but like I said, this vehicle is just, it's definitely like lighter, and has a little better, a little safer feeling. I don't know. It's a little wider, maybe a little lower to the ground. Still can tip this. I know because after our failure in the last episode of doing that mission or that contest, gotta go down this path right here. Okay, so this is go slow. I'm gonna go in the lowest low gear. So yeah, after the end of the episode yesterday, I decided, you know what, I'm coming back there with the Chevy, and we're gonna try it. And I fired up the recording and made it about almost to the first point, and made a foolish mistake and made a wrong turn. So I was not following my markers on the map, and because I had to cut through some trees, I tipped the Chevy over as well. so I'm kind of glad that I got that out of my system. I needed to make a try of it. I'm sure I could do it if I had a couple of runs at it. Again, it's not a mission I've ever done. Let's not tip again. We're going slow. But I'm gonna need to probably do a couple more runs at that thing to see if I can get it done. Oh, I'm not in all-wheel drive. That's why I'm having a hard time going. So yeah, this road is, this off-road trail is a little sketchy. And I actually need to get down to the right, I believe, to get the upgrade. So that's going to be kind of sketchy too. So we'll do what we can to not tip. I really should have bought, I feel like this is the time I should have bought the autonomous scout winch. We're gonna have faith that we can do it. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay, so we got to make a right turn down here somewhere, and I think you do it like right by the upgrade. Let's see. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like that's probably the safest spot. Probably right past. I wonder if we can like make a left here and then back down. Let's do this really slow. Really, really slow. But as far right as we can without tipping, and then go left like this. Okay, yeah, this'll maybe work. Let's get straightened out a little bit before we drop down. We're gonna go forward again. There we go. That's better. Okay, and I think gosh, that's feel like we should probably just pre-winch to this and just use it to help us from going too far. There we go. That worked. All right, so now I need to get this upgrade, and we're gonna have to straighten out again and then go back up the same way we came, like that. Okay, so there's our locking diff for this truck, which is great because that will help out a lot. Okay, so let's get back up this hill. Let's go slow, and then we're gonna have to do a little bit of a W turn again to make sure that we don't go too far. Okay. Like that. There we go. All right. So now the next step is also kind of difficult up here. We need to make it up this path here. And it's just a risk of damage more than anything, but yeah, we're already kind of beat up, so. And there's this real tight piece right here. This kind of scouting is fun, though. Not super dangerous, it just kind of have to plan it out. Oh, this is a little tippy. Turn into it so we don't fall over. Okay, this is kind of leany. All right, there we go. Let me make a left here. Start heading up the windy path. Let's just use regular low. We're getting low on fuel already. What we might do is drag this Chevy back right away and then go top off again. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If I remember correctly, we'll take a look at this thing when we get up here. It's like not functional. You can drive it the moment you get it, but the transmission is messed up, and it's like the first time you get to experience transmission slipping out of gear. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we gotta go this way. Let me minimize this. There, that's better. Okay, so yeah, it's over to the right here. Once we get up this hill, it's actually like almost right up at the top of the hill. Ooh, let's not tip. Let's not tip. We're not tipping. We agreed on this. Okay, let's get a better angle here. There we go. Okay, we made it up. And I think we're gonna have to just pay to repair this truck. This is gonna be one of the first that we're gonna be doing that with. I guess I did it with the Kodiak as well. Okay, there it is. And there's a stump right there to the left, so let's watch for that. Especially when we come back out. So yeah, there it is. It's just ours. It's one that you reach up, and it is literally the identical truck as the starter truck. So let's refuel us. Okay, so it's got 11 gallons of fuel. Oh no, that's me. Oh, the other one's got 17 gallons of fuel in it. Okay. I have 11 gallons. I have 11 gallons. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm filling up the right truck. Okay, so let's just hop in this one here quick. I just want to take a look. I see 17 gallons. Yep, it's just the transmission. Like the rest of it is functional, but the transmission is pretty beat up, which means it's going to slip out of gear on every hill. Wonder if we can't get this out by itself. Let's try. It's going to want to pop out, and I'm going to have to... Okay, yeah, we got to make the first right. This way. Anytime there's a hill, it's going to... You have to just watch for it to pop out of gear. Okay, we're back, and some time elapsed. It's my birthday weekend, and had a surprise visitor, and I turned off the... That's why I hit escape, and we were rescuing the Chevy, the spare Chevy, and the broken spare Chevy, mind you, and that thing made it all the way out of there after I turned back on the game. By itself too, mind you. So we took it to the garage, kind of left it there, decided to go get the Scout. We tipped the Scout again, a second time. So I decided I was going to get rid of the Scout. And in turn, I thought, well, so we have this second Chevy. Maybe we'll use the second Chevy as a second Scout, right? And I kind of got up to thinking about it more, and I said, why don't we look at how much Scouts cost? And we bought a new Scout. So, to give you... Let's stop this engine. So we now have the Lodestar. We don't have a lot of money left. We have $3,900 left. So we sold 2 vehicles. We bought the Lodestar. We sold some of the add-ons that were on the Scout to make some money back from them, and then sold the Scout, sold the spare Chevy. The other Chevy is still over here. We grabbed a watchtower here before I realized I didn't have my recording started. So I did all of that without a recording going. So I apologize, but that's what we're just going to skip ahead a little bit and tell you what we did. So we went and got this watchtower here. We didn't get any upgrades yet, and then we were heading over to this upgrade when I realized I had nothing going. So I'm looking at it now. I see it's recording. So we are going to continue on. So that's what we did. We now have a new Scout. This thing is 35 gallons of fuel. It has, I believe, 27 in the trunk. Let's see. Yes, 27 in the add-on. It has some repair points. It has some spare tires. It has some off-road tires. It has all-time all-wheel drive, all-time diff lock. And it has very powerful motor and can tow trailers. And I was tired of tipping, so we just bit the bullet. The only thing this thing doesn't get is mud tires, but that's okay. This thing, once you get the lifted, this raised suspension for it is pretty capable. So I'm okay with that. Come on. Uh-oh. We're going, but we're going really slow. We should not have come this way. Now we're going to get stuck in our new Scout. Ooh, I got a winch point. Got a winch point to something. I don't think it's where I want to go, but gets us a little bit of movement. That's all that matters. Can I use that one to pull me forward a little bit? Maybe. How about turn me a little bit? I could use it to pull me off of this as well. Yeah, this is why you tend to want to stay out of water. I could winch myself over there. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? Why don't we back up? We'll go back over there. We'll take the dry route. There we go. Okay, now we're out. Yeah, we'll go this way. And go around this way. I believe this is actually an engine for this thing, which it doesn't really need. It's pretty good power to weight from the get-go, but oh, and a little bit of damage. Nope, not for this truck. For a different truck. I don't know what it's for. Who is it for? Oh, the other international. Okay. Well, we can hang on to that one for now. I thought this was the my Lodestar. Okay. I'm like, isn't this the Transstar? No, it's the Lodestar. Okay, so the next thing on our list of things to do, we have one more watchtower to get. I'm pretty sure this thing can do it, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn around. We're going to head that way. It's barking time. All right, so we're going to make a map here and speed ahead. and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we are back. So let's turn the engine off, take a look at the map. So now we got this whole side taken care of. We see some trailers, some more quests that we can grab. There's a couple trailers here. I know there's another, I believe there's, if it's a trailer, I think you can get fuel here as well. That's why it's telling me for this quest. In fact, one of the things you can do that annoys you, you can just go into here and stop tracking it when it turns it on. So that's taken care of. This is an interesting, this quest, I believe, makes you go to this island, which we're not going to do until we have some upgrades on our fleet star, probably, or maybe the other vehicle on this map. Okay, so we got that taken care of. Our Chevy's still over here, and there is not really any more upgrades over here, but there's a bunch of quests. I guess there is one upgrade. What is this upgrade anyhow? Oh, that's right. That's the upgrade for the, there is a watchtower we can get. So we could go back across here. It's not really the most efficient way. The best way is just take this down the hill. But what we might do here, seeing as we do have the fleet star now that we could do the rest of this map with, I think we're going to take this Chevy and we're going to go to Island Lake. Because there is fuel in Island Lake. So the fleet star is just going to hang out here in the swamp here for a minute. We're going to go back to our trusty rescue Chevy. This thing has saved us quite a few times. I have faith in it. We don't have any fuel left in the add-on, but we should be able to make it to Island Lake. And we're going to go get some fuel. Because there is a lot of fuel in Island Lake. This path is really like tippy and muddy. I thought about this path as well. So there's this path, and then the very next map, when the decision to sell the Scout came up, and I thought to myself, I am not dealing with this thing anymore. I'm going to spend all my money. If we have to stop at some point and do some other missions, we will do that. Now, I don't know if you noticed when we were going with the Lodestar, it's a little damage friendly. Without the lifted suspension, it tends to like to bounce its nose off the ground and take some damage. So I did pause there and repair it because it was actually starting to show red, which makes you use more fuel. So I did use some of the repair points on it, which is why it's got repair points. And gave it a little repair. So but yeah, the Lodestar, we put the snorkel on it, we put the tires on it. It's got just enough, like I said, we have just enough money left to do minimal things. So we are going to have to be super careful from this point on. There's no more upgrades until we get some upgrades. and we are spreading out our vehicles pretty far. So if I tip this thing, I really don't know what I'm going to do. We're going to have to bring a whole nother vehicle out. Which might involve, like, bringing the Fleet Star out of the garage and coming to rescue it. I just don't know if I want to bring, because that Lodestar is sort of in a good spot to do the scouting of this map. So this quest, I'm just going to grab. We're going to use that trailer sometime later. It's a broken vehicle up here that we're going to encounter. That is literally just a quest to repair it, and then you leave. You get experience. So we just have to drag that trailer over this way with probably the Fleet Star again. Okay, so we could... Should we go up here and get this? No, we're more in need of fuel, and this is not the direct path. You got to go around a different way to get this thing. It's way, way, way up this hill, and this path goes like up here instead. There is 2 scouts or towers up here, but we'll come back and get those. We're gonna get some fuel. We're gonna show you Island Lake, and it is a good name for that map. It's a lot of mud, and this thing sort of becomes outclassed, even though there is spots that you need a scout vehicle on it. However, the following map is Drummond Island, and you almost need a scout to do, unless you feel like bringing another vehicle and repairing the bridges and that kind of thing, which we're going to do eventually. But like I said, for now, it's just scout, scout, scout. Hopefully not tip. We're gathering upgrades. We're getting another upgrade for this thing. We're going to get the slightly better engine that we were going to put in the International Scout, but yeah, it's gone. So it is what it is. We made the decision. So yeah, this is you literally just have to repair this thing. So bring a vehicle that can tow that and a repair trailer and repair it. All right, so this spot, let's not tip over. Again, very deep water over here that we want to avoid. So this is the best way to do it, is kind of over here, not tip over. Might have to do some creative winching here. Nope, we're okay. We have 15 gallons of fuel, which is more than enough. We're almost there. We're going to be using lots of low gear and winching to get this thing around in some of the areas. But again, like I said, there's lots of good opportunities for gathering fuel in this zone. There's some scout trailers that are free, which is kind of what my plan was for this thing, is to just tow a scout fuel trailer around. When we have to go up hard pass, we'll leave the fuel trailer behind, go up, and then come back down, grab the fuel trailer, and continue forward. And we'll just keep scouting with the Chevy, and then the Fleet Star will kind of do its own thing on the other map. So here we are, Island Lake, and as you can see, it looks a little muddy. Okay, so we are here. There is no garage on this map, so there's just scouting to do. So the closest garage is way behind us. The I'm trying to think of where the good upgrades are. We want to get them all, of course. I think what we're going to do, because there is a fuel trailer, couple of fuel trailers. Where is that one scout fuel trailer? There was a scout fuel trailer somewhere. There it is. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go see a vehicle that we're going to end up getting. We're going to give you a little preliminary. It's up this way towards this scout tower. We're going to get an upgrade, and we're going to pay a visit to one of the coolest vehicles that you get in Michigan. It's not super useful. So like when they first brought this vehicle out, it had a lack of certain upgrades, particularly all-wheel drive, that made it only usable in certain scenarios. Kind of not the greatest. However, they added all-wheel drive, but you have to go to Amur, which is probably the hardest region in the game. It's also where one of the best vehicles in the game is obtained as well, so it's sort of a trade-off. But very snowy region, lots of very good things out there, but they made it difficult. But they did add an upgrade for all-wheel drive for this vehicle that we're going to be coming up on, and it makes it into a very good hauler vehicle once you get that. Now we're not going to be getting that, obviously. It's going to be a while before we get to Amur, but or Amur. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. It's another Russian region. Get rid of that. Got a YouTube notification of a new Snowrunner video. I love watching other people's content. I'm not gonna lie. That's what gave me the ideas of doing this. I said, you know what? I can do that too, and it's a fun game to play. May as well take some people along on the journey. Okay, so we have our watchtower. And I think we're gonna go, instead of getting this upgrade, we should make it. We're about half. It's just this upgrade sort of in the mud over here. We'll see. We'll see how much fuel we have when we get to the corner. We might go get this scout trailer first. But this is one of those that's just free fuel. You find it, it's not part of a mission. You can take it around, use it until it's gone. But yeah, really swampy zone. Cool zone. But here we are, in the distance. Let's see, let's go check out this vehicle first. Because we're going to come back this way anyhow. This thing is super cool. I'm going to grab the quest for it. You have to repair it and fill it, and then it's just yours. So this thing can hold 4 slots of cargo, but it can't tow trailers. But it also makes it kind of tippy, which is kind of crappy. But it comes with all-terrain tires. You can put mud tires on it. It's extremely good as long as you keep it moving, using winches, that kind of thing. And it's got a diff lock, I believe. So it's still pretty darn decent in... but it's just, like I said, it lacks all-wheel drive from the get-go, so, like, you don't want to use it on this map. But, like, on, you know, Smithville Dam, or even the contract missions that we have to do yet on Black River, great vehicle. That's what we're going to use it for. And then we're going to keep it probably until, I don't know if we'll keep, I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely, we're not going to sell any more vehicles for a little while. We did a bit of an early sell that I didn't really plan on doing, but like I said, I was all but fed up with the Scout. So yeah, this is going to be something that we're going to go to come get a little later, but just some of the neat vehicles that you get in this game. So yeah, let's go get our fuel trailer first. And we're just gonna hitch this up and to our very damaged bumper and give ourselves some gas right away. Let's turn around and not tip. It's the goal today. No more tipping. We're not allowed. We tipped the Scout twice, once on cam, once off cam. It was in the same exact spot too. I tried to turn around after I flipped it on its wheels and it immediately tipped over on its side. I was like, you gotta be kidding me with this thing. Okay, so fuel carrier trailer. Fill up the roof rack. Yeah, 238 gallons. So it's just under half of what the other trailers are. So I don't know. I think it's worth it. I think it's definitely worth it. So yeah, there is another that's kind of far away, isn't it? So this, what else do we have over here? Nothing that I'm gonna go rush to go get. Okay, so I think we're gonna get this thing out of here. We might do scouting in this northern area actually with like a full-size vehicle. Just works better in this area. So this is another full, like the one in the river, Black River. This is a regular fuel carrier trailer, completely full of fuel, completely not tied to a mission. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually head. Let's go. Yeah, let's go this way. We're gonna see the other fuel trailer on this map. There's actually another, yet another fuel carrier trailer like this one. But we're gonna go see the other one that's on the map, and that's on the way to get this scout tower. And I think that's where we're gonna call the episode. So I'm not tracking my time super well because we split it into two sections. Like I said, I kind of screwed up the recording. You missed a piece of it, and again, I apologize, but we're gonna skip ahead here, and we'll see you up by the next fuel trailer. Okay. And there we are. So this is full as well. And this, as you see, we got experience for it, which means this whole trailer's ours. So we're going to need to bring a larger vehicle with, I believe, a low saddle for this one up here to come get it. It's got 978 gallons of fuel in it, so we're good for a while. And I'm going to actually fill up the fuel carrier with it as well, just to top everything off. And then we're going to go get this scout tower, and we're going to talk about the next episode. So now that we have a better scout, we gave up. We threw in the white flag. But we don't have a lot of money. We do have a couple of upgrades for this vehicle that once we eventually get it back to the garage, we will put those upgrades in it. So we'll get a little bit of money back from the stock stuff. We will also get a couple of upgrades for the Fleet Star along the way. So we'll get a little bit of money back for that. But we're gonna try and not spend any more money because we're getting really low. Vehicles are going to stay damaged. We're going to use repair points in the vehicles, and then maybe in a couple of episodes we'll get back to doing some missions to earn some of that money back. But I would like to try and finish scouting. So the next episode we're probably going to do the rest of Smithville Dam. We're going to focus on using the Fleet Star and getting around there and doing at least the scouting, and maybe unlocking a vehicle. I think the Fleet Star can do it. Or I'm sorry, we'll use the Fleet Star to go grab that. So let's turn this engine off. Let's take a look at our map. We have a scout tower over here to get. Looks like a city over here. I know what this is, but we'll find out what that is here in a bit. More scouting, more upgrades to get on this map yet too. And I think we're going to just leave the Chevy out here. The Chevy's going to be the one that takes the trailer and goes this way. Because there is another map this way as well, the last map, Drummond Island, which we haven't discovered yet. And then on Smithville Dam, if we take a look at Smithville Dam, here's our Lodestar. So this is all discovered. We might grab a couple of these quests before we head back, and then do some more questing, or not questing, watchtower discovery, gathering upgrades, getting this watchtower discovered. And then once we have all of that taken care of, we can sort of take the scouts. There's two different entrances to Drummond Island, one over here and then one on this map, which is like way over here. Actually, you can see it. It's right there. Right in this corner here. So once we get done doing all the scouting, we're going to work our way left with the Chevy. Which, if we have time next episode, we'll do that as well. And then we will meet in Drummond Island, and then we're going to tag team Drummond Island with the 2 scouts. So that's going to be the plan going forward for the next couple of episodes, I'm sure. Like I said, it's going to be... We're going to finish Missville Dam first, I think. Get the rest of the upgrades, get the watchtowers, get everything unlocked, right? We have fuel situation taken care of on this map. We have a very fuel-efficient vehicle on this map. And then the Chevy has got its own little trailer that it's towing around to make it fuel-efficient as well. But yeah, we don't really need to go this way just yet. We're going to do this stuff first, probably. And then we can sort of veer off this way with the Lodestar. So that's the plan. But definitely thank you again for staying tuned and watching. Appreciate any likes, comments, or subscribes that you would like to throw my way. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again.